in there and
rang
up 307. My team was on a historic pace to allow the most rush yards in the history of the National Football League. And all of a sudden, we have flipped the script. So, you know what? I'm impervious to today to any kind of ridicule that's going to come from across the table, because you can say we're the lesser of evils in the NFC East.
You are.
You can say we're only the best of the worst division in the history of football, and you can have that, and I don't care. I even saw a tweet from John Machota, who covers the Cowboys for The Athletic, in which he detailed the Cowboys' quote-unquote road to the Super Bowl. And it goes, Tom Brady at home in a playoff game.
Yep.
Then it would be, this is all hypothetical, of course. Then it would be at Aaron Rodgers. Then it would be at Drew Brees. Then it would probably be Patrick Mahomes in Tampa in the Super Bowl. That's just pie in the sky. Yeah. That would be the route. You'd have to beat Brady at Rodgers, at Brees, and Mahomes on a neutral field.
It would be, if they were to do that, it would be the greatest Super Bowl run in NFL history, and it would not even be close. It would be better than the run that Brees had when he beat Kurt Warner, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning. If they were to run that gauntlet, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, it would be the greatest run in playoff history.
It would be. It wouldn't be the wild card road run that Eli or Aaron Rodgers had to win 3 games on the road to get to a Super Bowl, right? But on degree of difficulty, Brady, Rodgers, Brees,
and
Mahomes. Your first playoff game is this Sunday at Giants, and the opposing quarterback is Daniel Jones. And I think we got this.
Everything is common. Daniel is his first name, his last name, everything says. You couldn't ask for, if you had started the season and someone had told you, say, Skip, you guys are going to be terrible for the better part of the season. You'll win, last month of the season, you'll win your last 3, and it'll come down to you in New York, beat Daniel Jones with a bum hamstring, and you win the division if Washington loses.
If Washington loses. So I feel more confident in my team, I will be the first to admit, than I feel confident in Philly.
Yes.
And first, my score for my team. I believe that my team is suddenly able to rush the passer. The force that has suddenly risen from nowhere is Randy Gregory. And Jerry was beating his chest in an interview he did a couple days back about, I thought he was the best pass rusher in that draft. I'm not sure he thought he was the best pass rusher, but they did take a huge gamble on him in the second round. And they have had to live with all of his demons, off-the-field issues, drug problems for these 3 years. And all of a sudden, he's back. He's eligible. I'm knocking on wood for him because, by all accounts, I was close with Herman Edwards, Coach Herm, obviously, at ESPN. And Jerry asked Herm to be a mentor to Randy Gregory, and he tried for a whole year, and he really loved the kid. But he had a hard time saving the kid from himself.
Couldn't get through to it.
Couldn't get through to him. And if Herm can't get through to you, trust me,
you're out there.
You're out there, way out there. Well, somebody, in the end, you have to get through to yourself.
Correct.
Okay, so he got through to himself for the moment, and he is showing out because every time I look up, 94 flashes in that metallic blue. So I expect him and DeMarcus Lawrence to get after Daniel Jones. And I expect, because they don't run the ball very well, they're 26th in rushing rank. Their rushing offense is ranked 26th by Pro Football Focus. I don't think Wayne Gallman can do enough damage to us. He'll do some damage, and they'll score some points because my defense is still not very good. And by the way, it does trouble me that Leighton Vander Esch has got an ankle and he hasn't practiced. It sounds like he's not going to be able to play. So that would be advantage you. But I still say Andy Dalton is playing at a high level. Again, for the NFC least, he's playing at the highest level.
Yeah, no question. It's not even close.
Last 3 games, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. Meanwhile, my defense has suddenly gelled and fired, and they've got 10 takeaways to only that 1 giveaway. So all of a sudden, in turnover differential, we're leading the league over the last 3 games. So Andy Dalton has almost like a soul connection, some sort of red-hot chemistry with Michael Gallup. Well, okay, if Joe Judge, remember, they've got the 10th best defense in football. They have allowed the 10th fewest points in football. So I respect their defense. But I think my offense is hotter than their defense is right now. So I think Andy Dalton can hang 30 on them. Would you say 32?
I gave 30. I said 31-14.
31, okay. I got 30 because if you want to double Michael Gallup, good luck with Amari Cooper, and even better luck with CeeDee Lamb.
Right.
It's hard to stop them. And Ezekiel Elliott, I think he said after the game the other night, he was the healthiest he's been all year. I don't see the burst, but I see the heart. He was running hard. So when you have him and Tony Pollard, you got a 1-2 combination, a little thunder and lightning, and you've got those 3 lethal receivers, and the offensive line has been credible. It's been workable. It's been just barely passable, and it's enough that they can score 30 points. Because look, they were 30, 41, and 37, so they've averaged 36 in the last 3 games.
And I know you were counting on Zach Martin, but it looks like it's going to be doubtful that he plays.
Like, you know, now Jerry's saying, well, for the potential playoff game, that he would be on track for that. But he didn't. They're basically writing him off.
Skip, I would definitely rather have him try to deal with Shaq Barrett and JPP as opposed to bringing him back now. Because you know if you don't have him during the playoffs and you got to face JPP and Shaq Barrett, it's going to be a real problem.
Well, it'd probably be a problem anyway, even if he does play. But the point is, I got Dallas 30-20.
Okay.
And in the nightcap, the flex game.
You believe the Giants can get to 20 points with a quarterback with a bum ham?
Everybody gets to 20 points against my defense except for Cincinnati.
Philly didn't.
Yeah. Well, I agree, but it felt like they were. They jumped out.
It looked like they were going to get to 30.
Yep, it did. Nightcap. I love Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, it's time to rise and shine. Do me a solid. I need you. My biggest fear about the Eagles is that in their heart of hearts, their Cowboy-hating hearts, they hate the Cowboys more than you hate the Cowboys.
They do.
That it's going to be subliminally hard, just sort of subconsciously hard for them to dredge up the effort and emotion required to win the division for the Dallas Cowboys, because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think the Eagles definitely hate the Cowboys more than they hate the Washington football team. Now, that's not to say, Skip, they're not going to go out there and play hard. But it's like, who would we rather have represent the NFC East? The Cowboys, where they front-running, maniacal fan base, or the Washington football team? They don't even have a name.
Okay. All right. So I don't think they hate Washington.
No.
I never got that feeling.
No.
It's not arch rivalry.
Everybody hates the Cowboys.
Everybody in that division hates the Cowboys. And our arch rivals are Washington. But I got to tell you, Eagles are like 1A. They're somewhere in there.
Yes.
And I've told you, as a lifelong Cowboy fan, my oldest feelings about this division are that I hate the Eagles worse than I hate Washington. I just hate them. I don't like their uniforms. I don't like anything about them. And now a quarterback I love is their quarterback. I think he's going to save their day and going forward over Carson Wentz, your man. But in the end, I need him to save me. So I just need him to return the favor for all the support I've given him on this